Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it here. I was just checking some of the replays to make sure they were not glitched, because local replays have a tendency to become screwy, especially if you've got a bad connection like me. I did notice that one of the replays was messed up, but we can just skip that one. Pardon me. So Solitaire is on the right side in this whole set, so that's the screen that I'm going to be looking at for the most part. Okay, sets off a nice opener, I like that one. 7 chain? These horizontal chains are so satisfying to see. Clears all my combo garbage. Starts off another chain. Yeah, I was not providing much pressure there at all. And he really got the upper hand that round. Yeah, I was... What was I, asleep that round? Silly me. But yeah, that was pretty good. And what I will say is that I'm probably not going to, like... I'm not going to critique things like, oh, he dropped that chain, he could have done this chain here, because that's just, like, general board awareness and chaining skill that you kind of get over time. It's something that's a little bit hard to train specifically. In the case of, like, chaining, well, you can just go practice chaining, but I mean, that's kind of like just general progression. I'm probably going to be looking at more better actions or decisions you could be making in-game to improve your gameplay in general. Let's see if I can show you what I mean.
Man. Oh, man! Go, go, go!
Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna pause right there. Solitaire set up a clear with the 6 combo at the top of his screen. He didn't get much of an opener off, so he raised it up and he got a clear ready. He saw that I was doing quite a large chain, so if you see your opponent is preparing a big chain, like they've got a huge one going and you've got some free time on your hands, getting a clear ready at the top of your screen and maybe raising it up, depending on how high you're comfortable with your stack, is a really good idea, so you can make sure you got a solid defense right away.
Oh, man!
Okay, right here though, this is one thing I also do want to mention, is that the first thing you want to do is, when you're clearing that high up, especially if you've got a high stack, is that you definitely want to see, can I make a garbage chain so that I can clear this garbage again right away? And Solitaire could here, if you see the greens, he'd have to downstack a little bit, but if he took the greens, he could probably arrange them in so he could get a garbage chain. In the meantime, he's getting combos and matches at the bottom, which is generally a good idea. Like, if you can't see a clear at the top where the garbage is, going down and looking for matches, combos, and doing a couple chains maybe is a really good idea, because that will definitely buy you time, maybe shift your board up, give you some more options. But in this case, he had a fairly easy clear, which is something you definitely want to be aware of when you're on defense, I should say. And that ended up costing him the round, unfortunately. He probably would have lived. He had a 4 combo with the greens on the right side. If he was in a really tricky spot. There was no more garbage on top of there when he downstacked, and the next row of panels, pardon me, were just rising from the bottom of the screen. So they rose up and killed him almost instantly, which is a little unfortunate, but yeah, just some little things like that it's good to be aware of. So here's the next one. And I mean, like, on rounds like these, when you can't get openers off, like, we all have games like those. I mean, no one's 100% consistent. If it's not a problem, I'm not gonna, critique him for that or anything. There, once again, he's got the clear ready for the big chain that's coming, which is very, very good. Oh, the same thing happened there. that I mentioned in the last replay. I'm just gonna run this one again really quickly and get to that spot. Pardon me. Is that he had a very easy clear with the greens, but instead went down to... well, past there, I think, yeah. Wait, is that the same replay? Am I crazy? Okay, hold on, I just gotta see that one more time. Something... Did the colors change on me or something? I swear they were those greens I was talking about. Oh, yellows! That's what... yellows, okay. Apparently I'm colorblind. Alright. So, see how he's got the yellows? He's got two lined up and one on the side for a very easy clear, he just moves it over. Instead goes for a match at the bottom, which is generally good to buy time, because he's almost out of shake time and stop time. But in this case, that was a very detrimental match to make, because the clear wall from those blues that are popping off completely blocks that yellow, so he's not going to be able to move it over, and it's basically GG at that point. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next. Alright, so he's sending quite a lot of combos at me, which is quite good there, I should say. Okay, in a situation like this, though, where he doesn't have that much garbage, he's only got 4 lines, and he's got a lot of extra space, and he doesn't have a clear ready. In this case, he's doing some matches trying to get a clear prepared, but what he could be doing is raising his stack up. So he's got more panels, like effectively more resources to work with. Because I hit him with another attack, now he's trapped down there. He does not have many panels to work with, and the opportunity to raise the stack to get some more to defend with is gone. It's still working, like he's still doable. You can always do it with a low stack. It gets quite a large second and third tier, so he's got a huge, huge stack of panels. I don't blame him for getting KO'd there. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when they all appear like that. Oh, and one other thing I should mention is that during these games, Solitaire mentioned to me that I have a really bad internet connection, and I do. I've got terrible internet. So, if there are any mistakes, like, that you're thinking like, huh, I wonder why he did that, or I wonder why he didn't react to that fast enough. It could very well be that my garbage just, like, teleported onto him or something, because it does that. It's really bad, it's really annoying. Hopefully I can get better internet soon, that's all I can say about that. So, take losses with a grain of salt, I'd say, in some cases. Because, yeah, it's hard to tell if it's internet or skill, you know what I mean? Alright, guess the clear. That was pretty good, I'd say. Having that long 5 chain helps really extend the stop time you get, and he had enough panels to work with where he could safely do like a counter attack like that. He's still got enough to work with now, and he managed to get a clear from it. So it's really good to know when you can like go on the offensive when you're on defense. You definitely don't want to burn all your resources for offense if you're on defense. Like, if you've only got 3 rows of panels and you're topped out and you start doing like huge garbage chains, time delay chains and combos and such, you might lock yourself out because you used all your resources to try and get some extra offense. I guess that... Oh, he took me out there, dang. I guess what I was saying didn't exactly apply to that situation, but... You know, panel management, good stuff.
Baby.
Oh. Yoy, yoy.
Nice 5-chain start off.
Oh.
And barely anything for me. Good job, Krahi.
Oh. Omae ga ichiban.
Okay, well, apparently my brain was off that round, and he took me out easily. Okay. Oh, this replay's glitched. You can see by he's got a weird stack to start off. Alright, I'm just gonna skip that one because it's gonna end early or crash or something. Here we go.
Let's rock, baby.
Oh, man! Oh, man!
See, there it is again. That was very good. He saw I was doing a massive lad and got a clear prepared, raised the stack up.
Oh, man! Go!
And
go!
when your opponent does a huge chain like that, you can usually safely downstack. Like, normally if it can be kind of dangerous if you've got 2 towers on each side of your board and you don't know what garbage is on top, like above your screen I should say, it can be dangerous because if you've got like a 4 combo that comes down, you're gonna have no shake time and you could just die. But in this case, pardon me, oh sorry, I just drank a glass of juice. He knew that I had a large chain, so that block was going to be extending way off the top of his screen. He could safely rely on the shake time that it would give him. So downstacking was not much of a problem. And see that he's down to 3 rows of panels. And he could have used those purples to make a 2-chain 6 combo, but opted not to in the interest of saving his panels for defense, which is very, very good. And look at that, they're conveniently lined up.
Go! 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 Go!
And he is burning a lot of panels here. Well, quite a lot, I should say. Dang, 9-chain. But that's also something you can get away with. If you're going up against a huge block of garbage, you know that you're going to be able to safely keep garbage chaining off and like keep chipping away at it with one single chain. You can kind of gauge how many panels you'll have and how many you might need by the end of that garbage block. By the time he needs to transition up to the next block of garbage, because there's that row of panels there. In this case, he's just going all out though. That's maybe something I wouldn't do. Because I packed on the damage right there. Now this is a situation where you want to have lots of extra panels. He does not have a clear ready, which, I mean, not a fault on him because it's real hard to have a clear ready to transition to the next layer. But the more panels you have, the more combos and matches you can do to buy yourself time with like the clear time, the stop time. In this case, oh yeah, he wasn't able to find an option in time. Use the yellows as a to get some time, I should say, but because of that was not able to find the clear.
Let's rock, baby.
Look at that, very nice opener. 8-chain with some combos in there. Follows it up with a 4-chain. And I was nowhere near close to punishing that, so... still working away at the clear. Now it's a little bit hard to say if he intended that or not, but I should just mention it here really quickly. If you're not topped out and you hear your opponent like release a chain, they drop their chain, or they do a bunch of combos or something, and you are about to clear some garbage, it can be a good idea to wait until that extra garbage falls on top, so you can clear that instantly as well. Oh, I think he just swapped the wrong piece there. That happens sometimes.
Who's the best? Who's the best?
Oh, and one more thing maybe I should mention is that, I mentioned this in another one of my commentary sessions, but you probably don't want to do back-to-back 4 combos, because as you can see on my side, they're small enough that they just land beside each other, and they effectively only count as one line if you do 2 4 combos. So if you weave in, like, if you got a 4 combo, and then a 5 combo, and then another 4 combo, they'll stack on top of each other and effectively be 3 lines rather than just 1 in this case. But that can be a little disruptive if your stack is weird, because they fall in a different way than most people are used to.
Who's the best?
He's topped out, he's got those towers, and had to do a little downstacking. Now see, if I was more on the ball in this case, if I had sent more combos, that might have been GG, but I did not pressure him enough in that case, but... It's supposed to be about him, not me.
Don't give up.
Alright, clean stack. An impressive 4 combo from Krahi, very nice. Another one, wow.
Who's the best? Don't give up.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he was beating me up this round.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Okay, gets the clear. And I should also mention that there are probably, like, a better player than me could probably give even more detailed advice. Like, they might notice tons more mistakes than I do. Because I might be diamond ranked, but I'm a baby. I am like the lowest diamond that there is right now, so... I'm not gonna catch everything, definitely.
Don't give up.
Now, he bought time with those combos, but ended up using quite a lot of panels. That bit him there.
Rock, baby.
See that, in this case, he didn't do what he did the last few times when he was, like, very prepared. He heard me doing a big chain and got prepared for it. This time, he was trying to get some more offense off, which did pay off if you look at my side. I've got quite a lot of damage up there. Is that enough to top me out? No, not quite. But in this case, he had to do some down stacking. And let's see if he's able to get the clear. Oh, okay, so he still does get the clear, but down stacking in a situation like that can be very dangerous. That's why it's always good to be prepared.
Keep on trying.
Err on the side of caution, I suppose.
Keep on trying. Keep on trying.
Ooh, I got him with the combos there.
Rock, baby.
All right. Woo-hoo.
Okay, gets off a nice opener. Now see, in this situation, one thing I would probably suggest to Solitaire is, yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier, but raising your stack when you have an opportunity can be super, super helpful, especially if you're really low. Like if you've only got 3 or 4 lines of panels at the bottom, and you've got an opportunity to raise your stack before your opponent hits you with more offense, it's definitely a good idea if you can handle it, I should say. Because high stack defense... Oh, you only got me. Nice one. As I was saying though, high stack defense can be a little intimidating, but it's really, really good to get used to because it gives you so many more options.
Baby.
Alright, working away at the garbage. Too much offense for me, not a ton of pressure. Oh! Okay, see, that was really good. He did what I mentioned earlier. He had the clear ready, and he had 1 line of garbage there, but I was just releasing the huge chain I was working on, so he waited until the chain garbage landed, and then set off his clear, so he cleared all that garbage. Very good move. Ooh, did not have a clear ready for that one, though. And I should also mention, some of this commentary might be like, it might be a bit obvious to some people who are watching, like Platinum, Diamond, like, you probably know that 4 combos stack beside each other, but in case there's anyone else at a lower rank watching, you know, give them something to learn too, who knows?
Baby.
Oh, I'm gonna stop that replay, restart it right there. Let me just pause it at the right time.
Baby.
Okay, you see the purples and greens on Solitaire's side? He makes a 7 combo out of them, but if he had just moved that green down there at the bottom over 1 space, he could have easily formed it into an 8, which is quite a bit more powerful than a 7, because a 7 sends 1 line of garbage, an 8 will send 2 lines, not 2 full lines, but 2 pieces of garbage that are big enough that they'll stack on top of each other. So that is like an instant buff to your offense. Yeah, so if you see a 7 anywhere, really good idea to check and see if you can make it into an 8 easily. Oh, looked like he was focusing on the light blues and yellows, see if he could make an 8 down there, but it was, I was beating him up in the meantime.
Baby.
Too good for you? Show me what
Okay.
you got.
Oh! Oh, I sniped him with the combos, but it definitely looked like he was trying to go for a huge combo there. He had a lot of yellows and light blues again lined up. He could have gone for like a double-digit combo. Yeah, definitely a good idea to focus on defense more than the epic combo you're about to get off. I am so guilty of that though. If I see an opportunity for an 8, I'm like, oh god, I gotta get this 8 off. And then I'll just die. It's... it just feels so good to get the 8s.
Baby.
Oh, that replay's glitched. Okay, here we go.
Baby.
Okay, he gets a... Pardon me. He did a, I think it was a 5 combo, and then a 4 combo. Really good pattern for layering your garbage so that it stacks on top of each other, as I mentioned earlier. Alright, looking for something to do. I think both of us kind of struggling a little bit this round. Yeah, okay, he just takes me out. Okay, yeah. You gotta love rounds like that where neither person can send any garbage. It's just like tiny combos. It happens sometimes. Ooh, got him there. So there's one thing that I noticed with Solitaire's gameplay in general, that, oh, that replay is not gonna work. Let me see if I can get the next one loaded. Okay. So, if he's not able to get a large chain going, it seems like he relies on combos a lot, which can be a good idea. Like, if you're like, okay, I can't find any chains, I need to throw something at my opponent, which is a good idea. You want to keep your opponent busy if you can. But it seems like he focuses a lot on combos, which can be a little detrimental. It's like, you want to throw some, but if you keep throwing combos and combos, just little ones, like not like master level combo storms, your opponent can clear them very easily, and it won't do a lot to them unless they've got like some chain damage to work with as well. So just a general strategy tip, I would say. Pardon me. That was a bit of a tough situation there. He did the match too by a little bit of time, but wasn't able to get anything else off to either buy time or... Oh, that replay is not gonna work either.
Rock, baby.
Ooh, accidentally messes up his chain there. Okay, see, this is very good. He's going super high up with a clear ready. That is awesome. Like, if you're comfortable going that high, definitely do it, because you get tons of advantages if you can handle it. So you've just got endless panels you can work with. You can do some... well, dying. But you can do lots of chains, lots of matches, lots of combos. You can do as much as you want to buy as much time as you need and work towards a clear. You know, lots of broken replays.
Rock, baby.
Alright, starts getting a bit of an opener off. Triple time delay chain from the garbage. See, that is a bit of a dangerous thing to do though, because if you burn a ton of your panels, like, even if in this frame here, he's not topped off, but I could have been sending a ton of combos. Like, I'm not sure if he's going to be topped off or not as soon as I unpause. But in this case, he does not have a clear ready because he has to do a tiny bit of downstacking. He might be in trouble because of that. So let's just see. Oh no, okay, I didn't follow up with any combos, but if I had have stormed him, like with a few more combos, like that little block on top, he would have been in a bit of a tricky situation. So that's where having a lot more panels on defense can be very helpful for transitioning to the next layer of garbage. Okay, I am setting off quite a large chain over there. Yep. He knows that. He's ready for it. Very good. And like I mentioned earlier, in this case, he's got this huge piece of damage to work with. He can do as many time delay chains as he needs. Like, look at this. He's got a triple time delay. And he doesn't really need to worry about burning panels because he's going to get a lot more from this huge slab. And what he did right there was also very good. He cut his chain, because he had, what is that, like a 7 or 8? I wasn't quite counting, but I had no garbage on my screen, so he cut it off so that he could attack me and make sure I've got something to work with on my screen, provide a little bit of pressure. And I actually didn't get any clears off that, so it won him the game. So, well done. Ah, that replay's broken. Maybe my internet.
Rock, baby.
Too good for you?
Boogie. Boogie.
Alright, awesome. I was about to say, what I would do there is I would downstack those towers and then raise my stack up a bit so we've got a healthy reservoir of panels, and he did just that. Now let's see if he can... Oh, wasn't able to get that chip damage off in time. Sending lots of little baby attacks, but it stacked up and worked. And there's also one other thing I see about his gameplay, which is more of a preference than like a real critique. But I notice he starts his chains quite low. He doesn't raise his stack very high at the very beginning of the round. And if you can reliably chain like that, all the power to you. But it can be quite challenging because you don't have too many panels to work with. He might benefit from raising his stack a little more at the beginning of rounds. But hard to say. It's like I said, it's definitely a preference thing. That would have to be something he'd have to judge for himself. Nice 7 chain opener. Nice 2 lines of garbage from me. Incredibly dangerous. That is sarcasm. Oh yeah, and he just kicks my ass. Broken replay. Broken. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Shoot, if I had known so many of them were broken, I would have downloaded them from the site first. Oh, a quick side note. If you want to watch replays, like of a game like a set you just had, but your local replays are messed up, go to panelattack.com. You can find all the public replays there, and they'll always be working versions, like, well, maybe not always, but 99% of the time, they will be working compared to local replays, which glitch a lot of the time.
Can't win them all. I'm gonna take you down.
Ooh, accidentally burns his clear. Looks like that was a little bit of a mistake there. Oh, burns his clear again, wasn't able to downstack the yellow. Oh, darn. Yeah, less of a critique and more just like
I'm gonna take you down.
Everyone makes mistakes. It's all good.
I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna take you down.
Oh, so he's got those towers. Okay, he's chaining. That's good. Yeah, it did not provide much offense this round, so he could safely chain and do some combos there. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to apply too much in this scenario, but it's also something I want to touch on, is that I've been saying that you want to definitely have a healthy stack of panels at the bottom so that when you have to transition up to the next layer, you have got some stuff to work with. But in this case, if you've got a second or third tier that has a clear in it, like he's got those greens, you can go wild on the bottom as far as I'm concerned, like, because you've got that clear, you're going to hit both rows of garbage at once and you're going to get a lot of panels. So Oh, he didn't get the clear? That's a little strange. Maybe I teleported that piece of garbage onto him with my bad internet. Hard to say. Oh yeah, another broken replay. Okay, there we are. He's nodding to me with his cursor. Okay, working on some chains. Okay, good. Does the down stack and gets the clear. Ooh, he locks himself out by burning all those panels. Yeah, definitely want to be careful about that when you're on defense. Is that you don't want to throw too much offense by burning your panels and then running out of moves yourself.
Fool. Fool.
Fool. Ooh, that was another tough situation. Is that if you hear your opponent doing a large chain and you are doing some small chains and combos at the very bottom of the screen like he was, you definitely want to stop and raise your stack up so you got more panels. And he did a little bit, which is good. He'll have 5 rows of panels here, which is decent.
I'm going to win.
Burns quite a few of them with that 8 combo though. Oh, that might have cost him the game because that used up a lot of panels. And he did have clears available there, but just wasn't quite able to get them in time. Broken replay, yeah, okay. I learned my lesson. Next time I do one of these analysis sessions, download the replays from the site first. They will always be working ones. Okay. Put a large chain there. Okay, he just gets the clear. Bit of a tough situation, but he makes it. Oh! Okay, that was a good attack, but a little risky because, as you can see, he doesn't have too many panels. That was very good. See, when he not only did he cut his chain, he launched it over to me, but he also took on all that extra garbage and cleared it all immediately. All those combos are going to be gone, and he's going to have a second tier full of panels now. And see, he's got a clear in the second tier now because of that. Oh, pops it early. If you have a clear in the second tier that touches both the top and bottom row of garbage, it can be a good idea to wait until the bottom row stops clearing. Like right now it's clearing. And then right now, if he had to set it off, he would have cleared both the top and bottom. So that could have bought him more time to prepare a garbage chain off of the bottom piece of garbage if he wanted. Since at level 10, it can be pretty hard to do garbage chains if you're only on like a 3 thick block of garbage. On 2 thick like this, it's very hard. So, okay, gets the clear in second tier, very nice. And transitions to the next piece, good. And this is good here, he's doing chains at the bottom. But at the top, you can see the yellows. You could form that into an easy clear and definitely make your way to the next piece of garbage with that. Will he notice that though? Oh yeah, it looks like he's focusing mostly on the bottom there. Oh, he won anyways though, because threw an offense on me. Okay, so that's good. But you see, when he did that, he dug right down through the center of his stack, and he had those 2 towers on each side. Really dangerous. Broken. Okay, good. It almost seems like every second replay is broken.
Baby.
9 combo, very good. Okay, gets the clear. Ooh, see, in that situation there, when you're chaining, or if you're like getting close to the end of your chain, it's a really good idea to start scanning your board to see if you can make any clears, or if you can do any down stacking. Because in this case, he could have made clears with the greens and or the purples, but because he burned so many pieces and didn't down stack them in the optimal way, he ended up getting locked out, and that is GG. Broken. That's a shame. Okay.
Rock, baby.
Holy world! Holy world!
Almost there.
Holy world! Holy world!
Can't win them all.
Holy world! Holy world! Holy world!
Nice 4-chain.
Can't win them all.
Holy world! Holy world!
Ooh, that combo on top. Just enough to get him. I didn't see any like major mistakes there. It was just lots of pressure.
Rock, baby.
Ooh! Okay, that was really close. I mean, less of a critique and more just like, whoa. When you raise your stack, he did that clear on the last possible frame before he would have died from raising his stack. Like, you can see he is perfectly topped out from that garbage. That is really tight. Oh, he kicked my ass. Alright, so I was gonna say though, is that once again, he had a clear in the second tier. You can burn a whole ton in the bottom tier if you want, as long as you've got a second tier that's healthy.
Rock, baby.
Work harder, young one.
Oh, looks like I got him there. Okay. Yeah, something you want to be careful about with high stack defense is that just these little attacks can get you. If your opponent sees you've got a high stack and you're struggling, they can send just a small attack or just a few combos, and if you're not prepared, that could be all it takes to take you out. Oh, it happens sometimes.
Rock, baby.
Nice frame trick chain there. Oh, actually, I'm gonna restart that replay really quickly. Something caught my eye that I would
Rock, baby.
probably want to point out. Nice frame trick chain. I like that. Okay, so that huge piece of garbage is coming down. You see the blues? He could have probably down stacked those so that he made a vertical clear out of the blues rather than just down stacking for the sake of down stacking, because I'm assuming what he did in that situation was like, okay, big attack is coming and I've got a small tower on the right side, tear that thing down so that I could probably survive. And in this case he did. Like, I didn't follow it up with any combos, but if I had of, then that could have been a very dangerous move to make, and then you just have a convenient clear with the blues if you down stack optimally.
Keep on trying.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would probably recommend to Solitaire, is being very conscious of your down stacking, because there were a couple clears there that I saw he could have made, but he either down stacked them the wrong way or burned them before they could make a clear on the garbage. He still did get the clear, which is good, but I think that would help him survive in a lot more situations.
Keep on trying. Keep on trying.
Nice 7 chain.
Trying.
I hit him with the combo storm. Oh yeah. Tough situation there. Okay, this looks like the last replay. Okay, glad it works. Me just pointing the last replay's glitch.
Baby.
Ooh, couldn't quite get the kind of an insert. It's okay though. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, in that situation, definitely raised the board up, and he did, which is good. Oh, but wasn't prepared to activate the clear on the left side. That's too bad. Okay, so I think that's all the working replays we've got on our session that we had. Hopefully, any of you watching this got a little bit of insight from this, a little bit of knowledge maybe, and can help you improve your game a bit. Solitaire, if you're watching this, awesome games, love playing with you. And same thing to you, hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight, helps you out a bit. Anyways, until next time, thanks for watching and take care. See you later.